Hey, what's up, guys? It's MetaGamesGX here, and who do we have with us here today?
We do have the first place regionals Brandes with Equifel in Croatia, Magic Omens. So yeah.
Very nice. So how many people were at this regional, and you got first place? So congratulations. What did you play?
I played Branded. This was my main deck for the event. I didn't want to play anything else. I've been testing to play maybe something something like Branded so we can abuse super polymerization and that type of stuff, but nothing. Just compare the other decks to this deck. And what else? I did see improvements at my last few regionals that I played before this one, and I did see some very good matchups that I've tested already with it. And yeah, so this deck was my best choice because it can beat the tier 0 decks and it has good matchups against other decks.
Nice. Did you have any shouts before we get into the deck profile?
Shoutouts to one of my good friends that borrowed me 3 cards that won me the event. Special shoutouts to him, and shoutouts to the people out there being salty for thinking I wouldn't won the regional. But
With that being said, how many cards in the main deck before we get into it?
I did play 45 cards, so I decided, because I've tried 47 or 50, but it wasn't gonna get close. So 45 was like the original good branded list, so I just gone with 45, and I didn't know what else to put in. I tried maybe playing other cards that go like Droplet, but Droplet didn't suit me that much in this build specifically.
Okay, sure. Let's get into it.
So yeah, standard 3 stuff. So we have triple Aluber. This card was I could have played 2, but yeah, I wanted to max out on extenders. I did play Ad Libitum. This card is important for the combo, and I love it in general. One Tragedy. This card is insane if you can actually pull off the ad lib search with your extenders. And sometimes when Tragedy in some open game states, you don't search Aluber, you search out ad lib, so you can bring back your Mirror Jade or that type of stuff in open game states, which is actually pretty insane.
Did you end up liking the ad lib overall? You wouldn't cut it?
I would maybe cut one Aluber, and I would never cut Adlib, because Adlib is just a generic card that can bring back Quem if you use it, or bring back any fusion from your banished or grave, so I wouldn't cut it actually. The card is very too much good to not be cut.
I agree.
I would play maybe instead of 3 Aluber, maybe 2 Adlib, because I did see like 3 or 4 games where the second one was gonna come up, but I didn't want to waste my Lubellian shuffles on the Ad Libitum and other cards. So yeah. I did play triple Albaz. This card is a mandatory 3 of. We did play the Bestial package. So funny thing about Serenir is you can send branded spell traps, and sometimes opening this is not that bad if you open branded opening, or you can crash it in some open game states. Where I drew this card against Centurion at one point. It was very interesting because he was end phase gonna place with the rank 12 in the end phase. The one that's very important, I bestialed it, and Alba's contact fuse was just insane because this sends the branded fusion, and I hard drew Retribution with Albaz, so it was playing through an interruption, I guess, and getting rid of cards.
Very nice.
Yeah. I did play Mercurier. I wish I played 2, but there was lines where you can go with Quem and Mercurier, but you're gonna waste your negates, and sometimes Nibiru is a card that's gonna very hard hit on you. Like out of nowhere, people are just gonna slam down that rock.
But did you see a lot of Nibiru?
I did, and however, in Top Cut overextend a little, and it cost me almost the game, but I still won that game. Where I was getting cocky and got into the state where Nibiru really hurts me.
Yeah.
But the Grangular fall off with Dogmatica Maximus.
Of course, it's so good.
Yeah. That card should not been printed because that card is insane. I don't know why people play it at once at some points. Yep. I did play Albion. This card is very good at 2. I think maybe 3 of or 2 of was. I decided to play 2 because I didn't want to brick on it that much. I did play 2 Quem and 2 Cartesia.
Did you
So
like
the
those
reason why I played
ratios?
3 because if you open one of these and you like want to dump the what's it called, the Titanic Lad, so you can go with your Quem lines. If you normal summon the Quem and you don't have access to your other one, that's where you need to. And sometimes normal summoning this other than Albaz against some decks like Snake Eyes is not that bad at all. Opening this card has actually come up twice where I needed to normal summon this to win the game.
Oh wow.
It
Yeah.
was round 2 where I only need top deck Cartesia, so I had Ad libitum and Tragedy, and I needed to top deck something so I can go into like Cartesia was the only top deck or fusion deployment, and I top decked this and it won me the game, which was very nice because it could bring back Mirror Jade and then shenanigans all over it.
Of course.
Standard, 3 branded fusion, 3 branded opening, 1 loss to 1 of the branded in red, 1 retribution. I really miss this card when I already use it, but sometimes this the second copy, if some people play Spring and Skid, this so you can recur it back in the grave to bring back other your branded spells or traps has actually come up more than 2 times.
Maybe you would
Because I
run
already
that.
used it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So because when I use it already, I just thought sometimes, and since I always forget that I already used it, that I had this, so I can go into this, adds this back, but I already used it to add me the brand diffusion. But yeah, it sometimes came to that, but I still won those games. But yeah.
Would you maybe run the
There was a
Spriggan's kit?
I did not run that because I didn't want to break on normal summons. The card is in tech choice good, but you need to play like 50 or 60 pal to even run it. Some
Yeah.
builds prefer playing it, but like the card is okay, but I don't like it. I don't know
Fair
why,
enough.
but I just don't like putting it like. It's you have already too much discards, and it's just I don't like the card. So yeah, I did play 3 Thrust, 2 Talents, and 1 Fusion Duplication, best card in the game. So I didn't play 3 Thrust, 3 Talents because breaking on. So if you open like too much non-engine, there's like you can't play at all. So I just decided to play 2 Talents if I ever go second. And if my opponent does somehow ash me, I can rather draw 2 if my engine is already like a little amount of engine. But if I have enough engine to make up like 2 negates or 2 banishes or something like that with Mirror Jade and Dragostapelia, Talents rips a starter from their hand because sometimes Snake Eye boards just lose to one disruption, so rip that one Snake Eye from your hand. But yeah. I did play 3 Fusion Deployment, 3 Super Poly. Main deck this card, never stop main decking it. When this card gets banned, I will be very sad because this card is like the meta. So I played against Centurion, and I first time playing against that deck, and I got nipped, Druid Swarmed, ashed, Super Polyed, and that game I still won. You would not believe me, but that game I still won that game.
Yeah.
Through nib, Druid, Ash, Super Poly.
Very
I
nice,
think the
brother.
dude misplayed, but yeah, it was very like funny. I played 1 Callbait, 1 Foolish. I didn't play the Gold Star because this deck already has too many searches. Like, why do I need more? Yeah.
Maybe if you up
Callbait.
the Mercurier to 2, you could play 1.
I mean, it's possible, yeah, but we'll test it out in the future. Yay, I want this card banned. That's what people said when I put this on their field. Yeah, this card's unfair. But I think this is not the problem. The Sanctifier is the problem because it's a quick effect on someone like Mirror Jade, so sometimes you cannot even respond with Call By or Bestial, so it's like, yeah, it was very awkward. I did run the Dogmatica package, however, because I figured since sometimes the hand loses to Ash, opening Nadir plus Quem is literally like playing through Ash or not even getting Ash. Because Quem can trigger, you can normal summon, so you can normal summon the Quem, use this, dump the Garura, Quem revives Cartesia, and then you just play on forward.
Did you like the Nadir package overall then?
I did like it. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It won me. So game 3 in Top Cuts against Snake Eyes, it was. I opened insane. I'm gonna show you the hand in the end. For the extra deck, I did play one of the Albion. Yeah, don't ask why I play one of, but yeah. One
I'm gonna
Lubellion,
have to
one.
ask you why you play one of. Did that really not come up?
You would be surprised. Yeah, it did not come up. The second one did not come up at all.
You just have to be
I
careful about it. You just have to be a good duelist,
Yeah,
honest, a good branded player to play with one.
yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes even if you like use it, you can just shuffle it back with Lubellion to make Mirror Jade or that type of stuff. So it doesn't actually matter if you used it or not. Yeah. And
That's
there are
wild.
shufflers in the game. I got
Yeah.
shufflers. I played against Labyrinth round 3. That matchup was very much annoying, very much with shufflers and discards. I did play one Mirror Jade and one Lubellion. Yeah, it was rough playing one Mirror Jade, but yeah, I somehow managed to pull through with one Mirror Jade. I didn't play. I did play. So I did play kashtira. So last round, but the dude ripped these two. So he ripped Lubellion, then he ripped Albion, but by that game 3 was just like pop it, and that was just game.
Yeah.
I won the dice roll. One Sanctifier. This is gonna get hit. I already know it, so I mean, why not just play while you can? Uh, one Titan, one Rindrum, one Alba Lenatus.
How did
For
you like
reason for
Alba?
Alba, because end boards of Snake Eyes sometimes end on Savage plus Flamberge. And in open game states, if they don't have anything, you can use Albus to contact fuse into this. Since you use 3 bodies, you can beat over their IP, their Oak, or their Formula. So you can beat with all 3, and it's like forcing interaction already. And this is a fusion, so if your opponent like decides to activate something, if you open Mercurier, you can just negate the Formula or the IP with it. So it's like very nice.
Very
And
nice.
it's an easier like negation for Ash. Sometimes it can come up where you can contact fuse into Alba Lenatus, and if you have Mercurian plus Branded Fusion, you can just Mercurier the Branded Fusion, which is actually funny.
Yes, yes. I've actually been doing lines like that recently.
Yeah. Never summoned this card today except for the Centurion matchup where we're in time and I just needed to out the Typhon that he made. Never made it ever since. I never made this after that.
Did
It
you
was sad.
yeah, did you like I mean, in theory, did you like it?
I thought about this because this is the draw card. So this is the draw card, and as well, it's a pop. So it's like in this deck specifically, if you draw cards, you can have access to non-engine, engine, and pop is just an additional disruption. So it's like, in theory, it's good, but you almost never make it. I mean, only with Cartesia to ad-lib and Mirror Jade instead of going for a negate. I
Sure.
mean, that's the only reason. I did play Guardian Chimera, Dragos Tapalia, Super Poly targets, pretty standard.
Yep.
Lulu and 2 Grangwignol. So, yeah, this is very awkward. I cut the Queritus and the day before because I tested with my buddies. The second Guignol comes up more than it does when you actually think about it. The second Guignol actually comes up. Lulu was just here for Nadir Servant. I never made it with this. I never summoned this with this.
Yeah, I think double Guignol is becoming more important because there's like a really nice line with a 1-card Gimmick Lock with Branded Fusion with 2 Guignol and then also just like a grind game. But yeah, like, did you miss the Querdus, or is that something you might make room for in the future with 2 Guignol?
Sometimes I thought about Aquarius, but I never made him. The
Fair
card
enough.
was, and I mean, against my matchups, card was just mid.
Yeah, it's bad against fire.
Yeah. So now going on to the side deck, I played double Evenly, double Cosmic. Evenly is, I mean, I already have Thrust and Talents, so maybe drawing into this is not that bad. I didn't want to max out on this, and I just wanted to draw this. I didn't know what
Sure.
else to put in for the 2 spots, so I just put these 2. Yeah. I did play, my friend borrowed me 2 Kurikaras. These are the Kurikard in the Divine Incarnate. This was for Kashtira. Made it once and never summoned it again. Never summoned the card. It's funny how only against one matchup it came up and it won me that game, which was very nice. Kurikara him for 3 and it was for game. I loved it. It was a perfect scenario. He had the XYZ Fenrir Unicorn and nothing else, and I was like, drawing Kurikara for 10 was like, Oh damn! I
Word.
want this. So yeah. Uh, then we have triple Nibiru. This was for going against like combo decks and just maybe against Flonderies if they overextend and don't end on Omni negates. That was the only reason. And maybe against Dragalink. Now going into the monster one-offs, we did play one Magnamut for every light and dark matchup, even in the mirror. One Pankratops, one Masquerade for time. Wished in some games that I main deck this instead of siding it, but when I did side it in, it won me the game.
Fair enough.
So yeah, in against round 5 against Flu, I made this and he couldn't. So when he gained life, he just lost life. Anything he activated like -600, you can't win.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's very important that in time you put everything in defense. And it doesn't matter how big it is, sometimes they can even over attack it.
Yep.
You always have to put your cards in defense, remember that, guys. Thrust targets, one different dimension ground for Dragon Link, for Fire King Snake Eyes, for Snake Eyes, and for every other deck that disrupts in the graveyards for going first. Going second, Duster sided it every time for going second. This was in theory good, and I did see it once, but never again.
Got it.
Like, this is for Flu, and maybe, like, I don't know, Labyrinth, since they don't expect it to, like, get triggers easier. But, yeah. So, yeah. This was my first place regionals Magic Omens Croatia deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on the channel. Any like final thoughts on like the list, any changes maybe people might want to you might want to make for the future?
Main decking Masquerade instead of Magnum. That's the only important thing, and maybe cutting Aliber. That's the only thing.
All right, it looks like a wonderful list, and I really do appreciate you coming on and checking out. Congratulations on the first place. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you guys thought of the deck profile. We'll be seeing you guys later. Did you know that I have channel memberships now? This is the best way that you can support the channel and get some awesome perks. You get access to the hidden Discord group chat, where you get to ask me any questions about your decks. You get early deck lists, some early videos even, and exclusive emotes to use in the YouTube chat. And you get to duel me once a month. The best part is you get to support amazing branded and Yu-Gi-Oh content going forward. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for the memberships down below. Thanks for watching the video.